This is our Earth, a home for humans as well as flora and fauna. However, our planet is not in a good condition for continuing to sustain life, as the Earth is facing global warming, also known as the climate change. So, what exactly is climate change? It's defined as the long-term change in the Earth's overall temperature. The main causes of climate change is due to the greenhouse effect. It is when gases like carbon dioxide, nitrous oxide, and methane traps around the Earth, heating the atmosphere. As the increase in greenhouse gases rises the global temperatures, up to 95% of greenhouse gases is contributed by human activities. Some of the main human activities that emit the most greenhouse gases are from agriculture, farming, factories, deforestation, and wasteful energy consumption. These activities have led to increased rainfall, rising sea levels, extreme weather, and loss of lives. Nature is showing us that humankind is on the verge of a breakdown. At least 1 million plant and animal species are likely to disappear soon. So, what can we do to make a change?
For starters, Singapore as a nation has consistently worked towards building a sustainable economy.
How did it do it?
Well, a decision was made by the government to reduce the contribution of greenhouse gases by shifting to a low-carbon economy.
Some other initiatives taken include the promotion of public awareness using energy-efficient tech such as electric cars and reducing traffic. To sum up, Singapore has encouraged its citizens to use eco-friendly products such as reusable bags and compostable wrapping. Fossil fuels used in transportation is swapped to natural gases in hopes of reducing carbon emissions.
You might be wondering, why is being eco-sustainable so important? Eco-sustainability helps to ensure the preservation with reduced production and improved design. Products and services have better quality, durability and use. Thus, we create less junk and waste. This is especially important for Singapore as a small island nation, since we have very little resources available. Hence, this is a great opportunity for Singapore to grow its economy and healthcare standards. How can Singapore adopt circular economy to ensure sustainability?
Introducing circular economy.
What is circular economy?
A circular economy is an economic system based on the reuse and regeneration of materials used as means to continue production in an environmentally friendly way. By adopting a circular economy, we are creating less waste and maximizing the value of resources by keeping them in use for as long as possible.
How should Singapore adapt to this new economy? Research has shown that taking a circular economic approach creates better growth opportunities by delivering a competitive economy and improved resource productivity. As a small city-state, there is a need to balance economic development and environmental sustainability. Singapore lacks sufficient resources to grow its economy due to its land scarcity. To overcome these challenges, Singapore began implementing its Green and Zero Waste Master Plan, which requires a circular economy to run its course.
Sustainable living is the reduction of carbon emissions, embracing sustainability by consuming less, recycling more, and taking public transport led to the transition of a zero-waste nation powered by a circular economy, with the 3 Rs, reduce, reuse, and recycle, to be a norm for citizens and businesses. One example includes the recycling of used water by filtering it into new water, turning trash into treasure, with a plan to turn waste treatment residue into new sand to be used for construction.
How do businesses help in building a circular economy?
Business in Singapore have been reducing the creation of plastic. WWF Singapore is collaborating with multiple stakeholders to reduce the waste and move towards a circular economy. The most recent example is that WWF Singapore is having an ongoing program of Singapore Plastic Action, also known as PACT. The program aims to have citizens understand how they can help with climate change. WWF is partnering with e-commerce retailers, reusable packaging manufacturers, and logistic companies to make circularity seamless for every online shopper. So, when you shop online with either participating retailers, your parcel will be delivered to you in reusable packaging that you can return easily, simply by dropping it off at your nearest postal box. Hence, we can avoid wasting resources. This means that we could save up to 2 kg of CO2 for each kilogram of virgin material, which is equivalent to the amount of CO2 a tree would absorb in a month.
With this in mind, what are some job opportunities listed under this industry?
For the first job, which is under law industry, is environmental lawyer. They are someone who gives advices on possible environmental consequences when pursuing corporate activity resulting in better safety quality. To be qualified in this field, they have to get 4 years of undergraduate degree, 3 years jury degree from American Bar Association, so in total of 7 years of full-time study, 4 years of high school, and 3 years of law school. Job prospect and career progression selecting environmental lawyer has a positive side, as the employment rate from 2016 to 2026 is 9%, which is faster than average, and they have lots of selection if they want to change from civil lawyer or to associate attorney. Their salary is in the range of 149,000 annually. Being an environmental lawyer, we need to be able to analyze cases and trials, and also advocate for environmental regulations and protection, and also create a legal correspondence and other documents. Basic skills such as speaking, reading, critical thinking are also important for being an environmental lawyer. Being an IT student and environmental lawyer have different skill sets and knowledge area. Even though both may require data analyst and research skill, IT students focus on technical skills such as software development, computer system, and network security, while environment lawyer concentrate on environmental regulation, protection, legal correspondence, and document creation, and negotiation and dispute resolution. There's a quite amount of gap for technical skill. Both industry needs different requirements. However, soft skill can be used in any job, so reading, speaking, critical thinking, and all this soft skill is needed for both industry. There's not much gap and soft skill.
The second job falls under the branch of science. The ecologist's primary role is to help protect and restore natural environment by providing information on how human activity affect ecosystem, studying the relationship between flora and fauna, with the goal to solve potential issues. The key to fighting against climate change, as they work and predict future environmental decline. To qualify for this role, one will need a 4-year bachelor degree in ecology. Potential job prospect and career progression, including work in a range such as local authorities or conservational organization. Some skills including analytics, communication, and technical skills. As ecologists work in a lab for experiment, they must understand how the machines work, analyzing data collections, and conduct tests to identify reliable sources. Project management is also an important skill to obtain, as they need to manage many projects at different timings. For example, ecologists can be specializing in wildlife research, wetlands, and nature reserve. They might lead a team to organize business development, projects, or other environmental agencies.
The final job falls under the industry of consultancy. The title is Product Sustainability Expert, with the primary role of executing various sustainability solutions and innovative projects in development. To qualify, one should have a degree in environmental science and material science. To be experienced in professional consultation in sustainability will be beneficial. One can progress their career by providing businesses with advice that reduces potentially harmful environmental impacts in projects and advance to a managerial position. They should have a fundamental understanding of environmental science, climate change, and sustainability. They should also come equipped with basic data entry, communication, and analytical skills. Without effective communication, one would not be able to have everyone on the same page, especially during the implementations of sustainable solutions.
I learned that in the past, the cause of infection illness may be climate change. These infections may be frozen inside the iceberg, and where they will be freed once it melts and continue to spread. To adapt the effects of climate change, Singapore has also been working to safeguard itself from flooding. Singapore is less than 5 meters above sea level, and the water is currently engulfing several areas. Singapore has invested in flood prevention measures like development of drain system to reduce the risk of flooding. Meanwhile, Singapore continued to install solar panels and will formally introducing 60 megawatt peak floating solar panel system by the end of the year. Both IT and environmental law sector place a high value on soft skills like critical thinking, problem solving, as well as hard abilities like report writing, which are crucial for both discipline use of complicated information. So what are my future plans? I plan to spread awareness about climate change in result of learning content marketer technique. I plan to learn color matching skills so that I will not be throwing new clothes away, and in thought of joining a part of a planetary program, it can enhance Singapore greenery.
Burning waste makes more greenhouse gases that cause global warming. Hence, the importance of reuse, reduce, and recycle. Singapore is entering a low-carbon economy, for example, promoting the use of electric vehicles, so less carbon equals less greenhouse gases. Singapore also founded new water by filtering used water. Renewing used water to clean water secures our future. A product sustainability expert is needed in today's green economy. One needs data analytical skills, problem-solving skills, and good communication skills. I plan to take eco courses to improve my understanding and get a bachelor's degree in environmental science, volunteer at eco events to interact with like-minded people, if not adopt sustainable practices daily like composting food waste.
I have learned that Singapore is attempting to transition to a low-carbon economy by using EVs that burn natural gas rather than fossil fuels to reduce carbon emissions. This is because EVs emit half as much carbon as conventional vehicles, which are more environmentally friendly as they release less carbon or greenhouse gases. Taking a circular economic approach creates better growth opportunity by delivering a more competitive economy and improved resource productivity. Being an ecologist is a job opportunity that entails both predicting and preventing future degradation of natural environment, as well as assisting in its protection and restoration. Hence, some crucial skills that I should have are creative problem solving and good communication skills.
I plan to take part in voluntary events that involves keeping the environment clean, encourage people to plant even more trees to create balance in nature, and lastly, taking up the habit of recycling and reusing.
Firstly, I have learned that climate change impacts are reversible. Both surface temperature and the acidity of the ocean surface are expected to be reversible. Secondly, I've learned that climate change increases ocean's acidity. In the ocean, carbon dioxide reacts with the seawater to form carbonic acid. Lastly, I have learned that climate change causes permafrost to thaw. When permafrost thaws, the land above it sinks or changes shape. One job that I found that is related to climate change is product sustainability expert. They execute various sustainability solutions. I would like to try and recycle more. Recycling will help eliminate waste and prevent more emissions of greenhouse gases into the environment. I would also like to participate in some volunteer work to fight climate change. Through the volunteer work, I can have the chance to learn more about the environment and how to help it. One skill that I would like to acquire is the knowledge on environmental science, climate change, and sustainable materials. This would be helpful in joining the environmental industry.
Overall, I have learned that Singapore has been working on circular economy to resolve climate change problems, as climate change has affected Singapore in terms of sea level rises, heat stress, and loss of lives. To resolve these, Singapore have found solutions and implementing public changes such as 2030 Green Plan, collaboration with other countries, and implementing new technologies. My prospect in ecologist is that I need to have technical, analytics, and communication skills. It is relevant to me, as I need these skills for my course too. Having these could help me be more efficient, and also I have always loved nature, and would be interested to become a ecologist. My future plan is to strive towards zero waste, attaining certificate in climate science to action, and apply for environmental science course.